Wait for a minute. तो आज क्या करने वाला था भाई? बोर्डिंग क्वेस्ट। वेट करे क्या भाई? अभी नहीं। अरे चलो चलो भाई।
Shine down!
Scatter! Yeah! Fulminate! A reward on the road.
11K भाई, बहुत दे दिया भाई 11K। ना कोई डेंड्रो डैमेज है, ना कोई फिजिकल डैमेज दिया रखा हुआ है भाई। 111 दे रहा है। अरे अरे इसको इस फ्लावर से बहुत परेशानी है मुझे। क्वेस्ट करना है।
Illusion shattered!
Solidify! Yeah!
Bet you can't keep up with me!
Stabilize!
There is no escape!
Scatter! Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
स्पाइडरमैन। अरे स्पाइडरमैन। अरे स्पाइडरमैन। आधा से टाइम दो मुझे, सेटिंग मिलाने में खत्म हो जाता है अभी। क्या करे क्या करे। चलो मारो उसको भाई।
Solidify.
Illusion shattered.
Propagate.
अगेन।
Yeah. Yeah.
क्यूट क्यूट बंदे को क्यों मारना पड़ रहा है भाई। कोई खतरनाक एनिमी देता तो भाई गेंशन होया, बट ये सही नहीं कर रहा है भाई, क्यूट एनिमी को मार के।
Propagate.
Propagate.
Gather.
Go, go, fairy buddy. There is no escape.
Scatter.
कहाँ से आ रहा है भाई। अरे कहाँ पे।
Propagate. Solidify. Springboard.
अरे ऐसे बन गया मैं।
Let it rain.
Stabilize.
मर गए तुम लोग सब मर गए, नटनों को बचाने वाला कोई नहीं।
I'll bring you there.
हाँ? अरे अच्छा भाई, और कितना है। हाँ भाग जाके तो। और है भाई, बहुत बोरिंग क्वेस्ट है भाई ये। मुझे इवेंट क्वेस्ट करना है भाई, बोर कर रहा है ये लोग। मुझे यूला भी यूज करना है भाई। अरे बढ़िया।
Shine down.
चलो चलो चलो, हेल्प करो मुझे। गाना गाना ही गाना भाई इसका नाम। अरे मैं इलेक्ट्रिक वार्डन में हूँ भाई, मारा जाऊंगा। Spider-Man. अरे मुझे ये नहीं क्वेस्ट करना है भाई, कोई दूसरा क्वेस्ट है ना, बोरिंग है भाई ये क्वेस्ट। यार कन वाला क्वेस्ट है और ये हाँ, तो ये वाला कंप्लीट करना पड़ेगा। ठीक है, ये कर लेते हैं ये सब। एक काम करता है भाई, डेली क्वेस्ट करता है, फिर भाई आर्कन क्वेस्ट कर लेंगे। तो डेली क्वेस्ट चलो, नंबर लो है। अबे यार
Stabilize.
नंबर रेडी, 1 2 3 गो।
No escape.
नंबर 1 2 3 गो।
Huh? Get it. Now you shall perish.
अरे एक बच गया,
Ah, shoot.
कैसे बच गया भाई तू?
Shine down.
Propagate.
चल जेंडर
Stop.
जेंडर से मारेंगे तेरे को।
Illusion shattered.
Scatter. Solidify. Here.
चलो बर्निंग डैमेज देता है।
There is no escape.
Propagate.
ओके जीत गए। डेली क्वेस्ट तो बहुत इजी है भाई इस गेम में, 2 मिनट में खत्म कर सकता है मैं। जोंगली और अगर जोंगली राइडेन शोगन ये सब यूज करके अगर मैं डेली क्वेस्ट करूँ तो 2 सेकंड में खत्म हो जाएगा भाई। लॉन्ग क्वेस्ट को छोड़ के, अरे ये देख, ऐसा क्वेस्ट पसंद नहीं मुझे, मारना पीटना पसंद। चल
You there? Oh, you there? Illusion shattered.
Propagate.
अरे अब अरे भाई नहीं हो गया भाई। ये थोड़ी देर के लिए तो बैठा रहा, नुकसान तो लो, कल बच जाते। जोंगली C1 कर लें क्या भाई?
Bunny. I'll race you there.
अरे ये रेंडो से इम्यून है क्या भाई? देखते हैं, रुक। इम्यून, नाइस। तो मुझे तुमसे लड़ाई नहीं करना है भाई, पीसफुल। पीस होता हूँ भाई गेंशिन इम्पैक्ट में। Let's go.
Solidify. Spring forth. So soon.
मैंने कुछ भी नहीं किया भाई। सस्ता वो या मिको, मिको सस्ता मिको। तो मेरे साथ
There is no escape.
अरे मुझे वो पंछी के साथ नहीं लड़ रहा था। इनको मजा सब
Illusion shattered. Torn to oblivion.
अरे सी लग दिया भाई। अरे
You're open.
बर्न जल जा। अरे नहीं करा।
Try.
There is no escape.
Propagate.
इसको प्रोपेगेट करके क्या फायदा भाई? चलो इसको रिपोर्ट करके फिर हम लोग डोमेन फार्म करें। मुझे 10 डैमेज चाहिए भाई। अरे
Add Astra at. Thank you for Add Astra.
अब कितना नेशन बाकी है भाई? और 3 नेशन बाकी है। तो टेंशन खत्म हो जाएगा भाई, बुरा लग रहा है अभी से। फिर गेंशन 2 आएगा शायद। लग करता है जल्दी 2 हो गया। ख्याल से मेरे पास है जी। डोमेन ओपन करना है, ये वाला डोमेन है मेरे प्रिंट करता है। स्पाइडरमैन स्पाइडरमैन
Down.
Scatter! Stabilize! Propagate!
अरे हीलर टेबलेट कितना अच्छा था ना भाई। अरे है ना एनिमे में।
There is no escape.
अरे ये क्या भाई,
Solidify!
मर गया।
Scatter!
Shine down.
मारने नहीं। अरे फिस्ट
I'll keep this close.
चलो इसका नेविगेशन लेता है फिर। अरे किसके कहाँ से आ रहा है भाई? भाई मुझे लड़ना नहीं है भाई, मुझे डोमेन चाहिए भाई। हाँ मैंने वो एक से देखा था भाई, वो होगा सर।
There is no escape.
ये रहा सुपर एक्टिवेट मशरूम। नहीं लड़ना नहीं लड़ना तुमसे भाई, तुम लोग के पास स्ट्रेस नहीं लगेंगे। हम लोग अच्छे इंसान है, हम लोग एक अच्छे इंसान की तरह इग्नोर करेंगे। अरे भाई वो क्या है, जाना पड़ेगा भाई। तक इसको तोड़ सकते हैं क्या भाई? सिसली भाई चलो, मुझे एक सेस चाहिए सेस। आज चल 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 जल्दी चल। जोंगली C1 करे क्या भाई? मैं वही सोच रहा हूँ, जोंगली C1 करे या ना करे। C1 जोंगली अच्छे है, अच्छा है कि बुरा है वो भी नहीं समझ में आ रहा है भाई।
Opening a chest is like unwrapping a gift.
चलो पहले सेस लेता है, उसके बाद ये खोले ना, ये खोल लेते।
Bet you can't keep up with me.
वैसे एक्सप्लोर करने में भाई बहुत है भाई, और 2.1 में भी इतना वो नहीं आएगा भाई। ओके ठीक ठीक है। चलो एम्बर तू थोड़ी देर के लिए
Give me a moment to compose myself.
रेस कर। और डेंजर ले लेते हैं भाई, डेंजर वाला DPS बहुत अच्छा है।
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
ओह जंगली म्यूजिक।
You are not welcome.
Time for takeoff. Here we go. Shine down.
Propagate! Provocation. Spring forth. Propagate.
बहुत easy है
Scatter.
इजी इजी भाई अच्छा सभी अच्छा सब पूरा अच्छा आर्टिफैक्ट दे दे भाई जिससे मैं देन द ट्रैवलर को यूज कर सकूं। अरे भाई इसका अरे भाई देखते हैं भाई अगर क्रिट डैमेज मिल जाए तो अच्छा ही है भाई। ऑटो अटैक ही है। रोटेशन के वजह
There's no escape.
You are not
Think you can get away?
propagate.
से इसलिए मुझे ये बस
Brace yourself. I get sick of this.
I will have order.
एक भाई
Shine down.
Solidify.
Let's play.
चलो धूल बन गया वो लोग। अरे भाई क्या भाई हीलिंग इफेक्ट लेके मैं क्या करूँ भाई। इसमें भी भाई 4 स्टार दिया है तो DAF दिया है भाई डेफ दिया है भाई क्या डिफेंस लेके मैं क्या करूँ भाई।
Stabilize.
Illusion shattered.
You are not welcome here.
Time for takeoff. Brace yourself.
खत्म
Now you're testing my pace. Will meet again. Solidify.
बहुत इजी है भाई बहुत इजी है इनको मारना। चलो बॉस देखेंगे भाई। बॉस एक्टिवेट नहीं हो रहा है। हाँ एक मिला ओ माना इस बार कोई फायदा नहीं कोई फायदा नहीं आता। देखा है भाई ये भी ठीक ही है। देखते हैं भाई ये वाला जो कब तो मिल गया भाई तो
There's no escape.
Gather.
अरे F
Well, think you can get away?
Spring forth.
Illusion shattered. Brace yourself.
खत्म।
Will propagate.
जेंडर ट्रैवलर भाई बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग है मेरे लिए भाई। मेरा लेवल भी 1 नहीं है भाई 0 लेवल का है भाई। चलो चलो पोटेंशियल है थोड़ा देखेंगे। एलिमेंट मिस्ट्री है तो देखेंगे भाई अभी नहीं थोड़ा थोड़ा देर के बाद। हाँ भाई एक सेकंड ये ऑन कर दे। मैंने इतना दिन से संभाल के रखा हुआ है भाई, पर एक भी ढंग का चीज नहीं निकला ना भाई। एक भी नहीं निकला भाई। नहीं, थोड़ा ठीक है, अटैक चाहिए भाई। छोड़ भाई, क्विक कराओगे। देखते हैं भाई। अरे भाई ना बढ़िया। ये वन जोंगली करे क्या भाई? मेरा पीपी तो बहुत स्ट्रांग है भाई। मैं एक पुल करेगा तो मिल जाएगा भाई। फिर टन्नार ही ले। 25 80। अरे भाई कोको में लेंगे भाई, कोको में मुझे चाहिए।
Ah, traveler, you've returned.
Yep, we're back.
Oh, Kale? Yes, I saw her go into her room just a moment ago.
Oh, okay.
I think I'll stay here a while.
हाँ, वेट। बता ये वाला चाहिए। रुकना नहीं है।
Thinking. She's in a better mood now. Let's go check on her.
Ah, it's you two. I was just about to go look for you.
Minari, what are you doing here? What is...
I came to check on Kale's condition. To put it simply, she's not well.
You mean she's sick? How could she be... Oh, wait a minute. Could it be because of what Paimon did yesterday?
No need to worry. Something as small as you could never harm her. This sickness is something that Kale has been dealing with for some time. Kale has been more excited than usual since you two arrived. A little too much so, to be honest. She hasn't remembered to take care of herself. I suppose it's understandable, though. She hasn't been around anyone she considered a friend for some time now. It must have been refreshing for her to have you two here.
So, Tanai, what's really...
Let's take this conversation elsewhere. Kale just fell asleep after taking her medicine. She needs some peace and quiet. All right, let's continue our conversation here, shall we? To be honest, I hadn't realized that you're that honorary knight from Mondstadt until Kale told me just now. I've also heard all about your deeds in Liyue and Inazuma. So, just to clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Kale is not because of who you are or your past feats. Instead, I am going to tell you because... well, because Kale asked me to. And honestly speaking, I was against Kale revealing her past to you. But she insisted, saying you two treated her with sincerity and as a friend. So now she wishes to reciprocate the gesture.
So, Tanai, what exactly is wrong with Kale? You said this is something she's been dealing with for some time. Just how serious is it?
Right. Ever since she was a child, she's been afflicted with a disease called Elazar.
Elazar?
Yes, it's a disease unique to the lands of Sumeru. It is characterized by dark and hardened scales that form on the body. At first, the afflicted may only feel mild numbness on the affected area of the skin. However, as the disease progresses, one may begin feeling fatigued and even experience peripheral paresthesia. In its final stages, the disease strips a person of the ability to control their own body, and they effectively become completely immobile.
That sounds terrifying. Wait, hold on. So when Kale seemed to be acting a little clumsy earlier, it was because...
Correct. That would be the effects of Elazar, which is precisely why I do not want her carrying or holding anything, lest she ends up hurting herself. With appropriate treatment, the disease can be effectively controlled before it progresses to a more serious stage. However, there is unfortunately still no true cure for Elazar. Nevertheless, Kale's mother still hoped there was something out there. She handed Kale over to an organization known as the Fatui after one of their members lied and said they had a cure.
What? The Fatui?
Ah, it appears you are already familiar with them. That'll save me some explanation. Anyway, the person who eventually rescued Kale and brought her to me for care said that she had been given to a harbinger known as the Doctor. I have no idea how this doctor managed to do it, but her case of Elazar was completely stable for all the years that Kale was with them. However, Kale's days with the Fatui were anything but pleasant. Kale is a resilient individual and always tries to appear cheerful, but her experience with the Fatui has left deep scars. Even now, she can still feel deathly afraid of someone touching her.
Oh, I had no idea Kale's been through so much suffering.
Oh, by the way, Paimon, Kale wanted me to tell you that she's sorry for scaring you yesterday. She also wanted both of you to know that she's sorry for hiding her illness.
She doesn't need to apologize. None of this is her fault at all.
Well said. I hope you'll get a chance to tell her that in person the next time you see her. Kale once thought that it would be impossible for her to have any real friendships. I trust that you two will never let my trainee experience such emotional pain again.
Don't worry, Tainari. We'll take good care of her.
Well, it's not too serious at this point. She overexerted herself the last couple of days, which is what led to her breakdown this time. As long as she has taken her medicine and gets plenty of rest, she should get better. Though, I must admit that Kale's condition was much more stable when she first arrived here in Gandharvaville. She was interested in the work of the forest rangers the moment she saw us. I could see that she was serious about learning, so I felt compelled to ask her to join us. Her stamina has gotten much worse recently. Though a moderate amount of physical exercise is always necessary. All right, now that I've told you about Kale's past, I think I'll head into the rainforest to find some ingredients needed for her medicine. I'll see you two later.
We'd like to do something to help Kale, too.
All right, but I must warn you
Giving
two,
him stupid nicknames.
rainforest is a dangerous place, especially for someone who's still recovering like the Traveler.
No.
Let's go then. We'll...
Hey, Tainari? Where exactly are we going to find this plant?
I need to complete this quest. Okay, now. It's complete, my mission.
Lunar Lotus can be found all over the rainforest, but it often grows right here around Gandharvaville.
Given the name, it sounds like we should be looking for it in the water.
You are correct. Lunar Lotus grows in the water. When fully matured, they look like giant blue flowers floating on the water's surface. Quite an attractive species, if you ask me.
Oh, Rosie! Thank goodness I finally found you. What would I do without you, my son? Were you in danger? Did the wild beasts scare you?
Yeah.
Did the stars guide your way?
Ah,
I'm
भाई
okay.
हम लोगों ने इतना ढूंढ के लाया भाई. Stars
All
को.
thanks to their...
Thank you. Thank you all. I dare say that even the most cold-hearted Spino crocodile would be moved to tears by your kindness.
Oh my God, words.
Oh, it's nothing. It's all part of my responsibility as a trainee forest ranger. I'm the one who should thank you for creating so many wonderful stories for the children of Sumeru.
Really? I didn't know anyone read my stories apart from young children. That must mean you're still in touch with your inner child. Okay, then. I have the inspiration for my next story.
It's an honor to become the source of your inspiration. Whoa. It looks like she's about to pass out. I'm okay. Sorry. I
Yeah,
just
silly
got a
thing
little
on
too
the-
excited.
Are you two story lovers as well?
Yes.
Yes! The moment I saw you, the image of an aura giant and an aura finch traveling together popped into my mind. Oh? Who asked for my help? My sincerest apologies, but I have fans all over Sumeru.
Ooh.
Trying to remember every last one is like trying to identify each grain.
Has a slightly exaggerated view of what it means to be a children's author. That's nothing to get excited about.
You are emergency. You are my emergency.
Akara Crafts. Akara Crafts. Oh,
I
right,
need
right.
to fight with
I remember now.
bosses.
That
Forget
small boat
about
once
it.
sailed into the sea of my. Perhaps for the best. After all, a wild tempest was raging in Tangier Harbor.
What? No idea what he's saying. What should we do? Do you think we should get Tainari to take a look at it?
Dad's saying he forgot about helping the people at Akara Crafts learn more about Aranara because right now he has something more important to do.
That's what he meant. Well,
What?
there's all the proof you needed
मैं
that this
मुश्किल वर्ड
is
पिक पिक के
Tanger's
मार रहा है
younger
भाई.
son. Wait, no, this isn't the time for all that. Tanger, your help is pretty vital to the toy makers. You gotta do something.
But the garden that blooms before my eyes is of greater importance. For therein lies the beautiful Patisara that all the children of Sumeru dream of. I, Tanger, have found evidence of Aranara activity right here in the Avidia forest, conclusively proving that Aranara not only exists in stories, but in real life too. If I manage to document the first real-life Aranara sighting, the petty problems that perplex Akara Crafts, meanwhile, I may well be able to leverage this to assume leadership of the academia. Then all across Sumeru will know of the great Tanger living in humble Port Ormos.
Haven't written any papers myself, but I think you need to have a bunch of them approved by the review board before entering the academia. You also need a detailed and objective experiment record. Anyway, Tanja, what did you mean by evidence of R&R activity?
The hook's what's important in a story. The great storyteller Tanger never gives his audience the bait right away. Come with me.
Not that way. Kale, what's wrong? Nothing, but that way leads us deeper into the Avidia forest. I'm just concerned for Tanja's safety. And I think I'm starting to understand why Razi and Tanja were fighting.
The large petals are actually the plant's leaves and sepals, which surround a very small flower. You should note that many of the plants found in Sumeru have names that are contrary to their species. Take
अरे मुझे क्या दोनों एक साथ करना पड़ेगा क्या? अरे भाई तो पहले मुट्ठी देता हूँ.
Huh.
That's supposed to be Spider-Man.
Never bring up the topic of flowers with trees.
क्या बोला उसने? Let's go. It's just the way.
Down. Let's play.
Stabilize.
They were super size. अरे मार.
Propagate.
Easy. वो कहाँ गया? अरे कहाँ भाग रहा? करना पड़ेगा इसके. अरे 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 रिसोर्स चाहिए मुझे.
Is this an answer from this world? Maybe
अरे
wasn't meant for this world.
ये कैसे मारा गया भाई? क्या ले रहा है मुझे? कलेक्ट कर रहा है.
There should be lunar lotuses growing somewhere. If you could manage to gather 4, we'll rendezvous.
अरे ले लिया मैंने उसको.
Let me take a look. I'm quite glad you two came along. Your exploration experience helped save me a lot of time here.
Hey, Tainari!
Tainari, someone's calling your name. They're dressed like a forest ranger.
Ah yes, that's Amir and the others. But didn't they just set off not too long ago? Let's go find out what's going on.
मेरा मेन कैरेक्टर मारा गया भाई. अरे ऊपर एक टीपी पॉइंट है. अरे
Tainari, thank goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and find you at Gandharvaville.
What's going on?
We just discovered a withering zone.
The Withering is back? But the patrol route you were on should have been already clear just a week ago. It reappeared so quickly. Can you tell me the exact location?
It's up ahead, deep in the river valley. It's appeared in a spot that blocks nearly the entire narrow part of the valley area, so we decided to come find you as quickly as possible.
And the radius of the contamination?
Sorry, I couldn't get it clear enough for you to tell.
No one in our patrol team had a vision, and it appeared to still be spreading. So we didn't risk getting any closer.
elemental
Okay, I understand.
sword, elemental
You made the
sword.
right decision. I'll go deal with it right away. In the meantime, please guide these two back to Gandharvaville.
Why don't you help you?
You two have only just arrived in Sumeru. You're still unfamiliar with many things in these lands. There's a unique type of anomaly that occurs in the Sumeru rainforest. It's called the Withering. The affected areas not only cause nearby vegetation to wither, but it's also lethal to wildlife and even people. If you don't carry a vision,
Yes, Amir is absolutely right. I wasn't kidding when I said the rainforest is a dangerous place. As Amir said, only someone with a vision, that is, the power to manipulate elements, will be able to resist the withering's corrosive effects for a time.
that's right. If any of the four, only someone with a vision can venture within a Witherings, but you don't seem to carry a vision.
Don't worry, he may not have... Don't sweat it. We've helped others deal with similar situations before.
Wait, you've met other forest rangers before? I was planning to properly show you both how to identify the withering before you left Gandharvaville. Anyway, since you two are experienced adventurers, come with me. I'm sure you'll both be able to help.
मेरा मेन कैरेक्टर मारा गया भाई. उसको रिवाइव करना पड़ेगा. चलो एम्बर.
Hey, look! That gloomy area over there looks like a withering zone. Even though Paimon's seen one before...
All right, traveler. We're about to enter the withering zone. Since you already have experience dealing with these things, you should already know what to do. But please remember, don't push yourself. If at any point it becomes too much, return outside the zone and take a breather. It could become a matter of life and death. You ready then? Let's go. First, we must locate any branches sustaining the withering zone.
एक हीलर लेना पड़ेगा.
take care of it.
Abra, help me.
Scatter!
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Solidify!
There is no escape. Oh, yeah. Let's dance. Oh. Right. Yeah.
Gather!
Illusion shattered.
Propagate!
तो ये बहुत डरावना है। अभी चेंज करना पड़ेगा वेंटी पे। वेंटी
Didn't keep you waiting.
अरे कोई मुझे मारा। कौन मारा? के ऊपर है।
Great work. Now that all the branches have been cleared, we'll need to take care of the tumor.
Stabilize!
वो भाई ये क्या पड़
Now, destroy the tumors of the withering.
रहा? Destroy.
We did it! Everything's returning to normal now.
Yes, thanks to you two. We were able to quickly restore this area back to normal.
Tainari? You make it sound like we did well, but why does Simon have the feeling you're worried about something?
It's that obvious, huh? Alright, it's like this. Recently, the rate at which the withering zone appears has been increasing. Even though we were able to quickly clear that withering zone, it won't be long before another one appears. If that simply meant more work for me, then that wouldn't be an issue. But it's far more severe than that. The withering is leaving lasting effects on the rainforest itself. For instance, even though we cleared out the withering zone, many of the plants that were affected will not recover. This presents a crisis for the ecosystem itself. Many plants in the rainforest are already in decline, directly impacting the wildlife that depends on those plants. And most disturbingly, as the appearances of withering zones have started to increase, Kale's case of Elazar has also become more serious.
Huh? But why is that?
I'm still not sure of the exact reason. However, I've received word from acquaintances at the academia that similar cases are being reported for patients with other conditions. No, none that we know of. The withering has been recorded in Sumeru for millennia. It's said that it originates from the depths of the world. By the way, have you heard of Irminsul before? Irminsul is a tree located deep beneath the surface. Although it isn't like any tree we know in a biological sense, you can basically think of it as a large tree that grows downwards rather than upwards. I'm sure you've heard of ley lines, right? They're like the roots of Irminsul, spreading and extending from a massive cavern deep underground, all the way. Ley lines continually absorb the memories of this world, which are then funneled into Irminsul, allowing it to collect knowledge and wisdom from ancient times to present day. The Dendro Archon is known as the God of Wisdom because her consciousness is directly connected to it. It is also said that the Dendro Archon's power is a manifestation of Irminsul. And as for the Withering, its emergence is related to a disease that's affecting it. That's right. My ancestors learned of this from Greater Lord Rukadevata's familiars a long time ago. But even those mysterious creatures did not know of a cure for Irminsul. I'm afraid we rangers will be battling the withering zones here for a long time until a cure is found. All right, that's enough on this topic for the time being. Now that we've taken care of things here, it's time for us to head back to Gandharvaville.
स्पाइडरमैन कहाँ है? ओ म्यूजिक भाई कितना सुंदर है.
What a find! I wonder how many bottles this will be worth.
कहीं कोई भी तो मरा है भाई यहाँ पे. चलो गंधर्वविल. स्पाइडरमैन.
Oh, Tainari, you all made it back.
The withering zone you reported has been taken care of. No need to worry. Huh. Wait, is that? Oh no, Hypatia!
What's wrong, Tainari?
This Duskbird is Hypatia's designated courier for urgent news. You do remember her, don't you? She's the scholar you and Paimon were following when you first arrived in Sumeru.
Oh, her? How could we forget? So did something happen?
Let me see what's written in the letter first.
So what's it say? That weird expression on your face. Just let Paimon read it. These are three squiggly lines.
Yes, allow me to explain. After we brought you from Hypatia's cave to Gandharvaville, Hypatia resumed her meditation. She must have just finished. It's been nearly 3 days since she's had anything to eat, and it appears she's forgotten to prepare some rations. This letter is her asking us for help. We need to go.
What? You mean she's been sitting there for 3 days? Wait, how did you know all that from just a few lines on the paper?
Well, obviously because this has happened before. Last time she drew 5 lines, and by the time we found her... Well, I'd prefer not to remember that. Needless to say, Hypatia's been through worse, but we should still get to her as quickly as possible. I've got some emergency rations set aside for times like these. Paimon, Traveler, could you two bring these to her?
Wait, you want us to bring her the rations? Well, will the traveler be okay if her cave is still filled with that funny incense?
Let's find out. Here, Traveler, take a smell and see. So, how do you feel?
Huh? Really? You're not feeling even a little drowsy? But wait, how'd you know that he'd be
वो
okay
साथी
this
है
time,
क्या भाई?
Tainari?
ये बेहोश होके
Back
मर
when
गया.
we were clearing the Withering Zone, and if I may ask, when I was telling you two about Irminsul's ley lines, was what I described similar at all to what you saw while you were unconscious? That's correct. Those weren't hallucinations at all. Though I don't intend to apologize for deceiving you. Because what you saw is of significant importance. Not just for the nation of Sumeru, but the entire world of Tevat. My forefathers were shown much favor by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. We took an oath to protect this nation together with her. Now that that duty has fallen to me, it was part of my responsibilities to ascertain whether you could be entrusted with the fate of Sumeru. Now, after seeing you in action with my own eyes, you have earned my confidence, and I no longer feel the need to hide any secrets from you. When you passed out, your consciousness had connected directly with Irminsul. What you witnessed were actually real memories contained within Irminsul itself. I could try to tell you more, but it would be better if you went to ask Hypatia